Do you feel like your heart is about to burst with excitement every time your crush is around? Are you secretly hoping they feel the same way about you? It's natural to develop feelings for someone, but not every crush is worth pursuing. In fact, some types of crushes can lead to heartbreak and disappointment. To help you avoid these pitfalls, here are 7 types of crushes that you should steer clear of. Number 7. The bully. Is your heart all aflutter for someone who's rude or unkind to others? Maybe they're not nice to your friends, or they treat employees or strangers with disrespect. While some people are drawn to the allure of a bad boy or bad girl, falling for someone who mistreats others is a recipe for heartache. Sure, they might be nice to you now, but their poor behavior towards others is a major red flag. After all, everyone deserves to be treated with respect and love. Who's to say they won't treat you the same way eventually? So before you dive headfirst into a toxic relationship, think twice about whether this is really the kind of person you want to be with. Number 6. The humiliator. Is your crush taking their teasing game to the next level, to the point where everyone in the room feels uncomfortable and physically upset? And to make matters worse, they refuse to apologize or change their behavior despite knowing how hurtful it can be? Yikes, that's definitely a major red flag that you should keep your eyes open for. If your crush enjoys humiliating others just to make themselves look better, there's a good chance they have some serious self-esteem or trust issues that could become problematic in a relationship with you. So, beware and take care. It's important to recognize these warning signs early on to avoid any heartache down the road. Number 5. The bragger. Have you ever found yourself wondering if your crush is just playing games with you? Do you sometimes feel like they're leading you on, even though they know how you feel about them? It's a confusing and frustrating situation to be in, but here's something you might not have considered. Maybe your crush is just using you to boost their own ego. It's possible that they've heard about your feelings for them through the grapevine and they're using it as a way to feel good about themselves. They might even be bragging to their friends about the attention they're getting from you, without any real intention of pursuing a relationship. This kind of behavior is not emotionally mature and can lead to a lot of hurt and confusion on your part. So, if you find yourself in this situation, it's important to take a step back and evaluate whether this person is worth your time and emotions. Don't let someone use you to boost their ego at the expense of your heart. Number 4. The ghoster. Are you in the midst of a fluttery crush, but finding it tough to connect with them? One day they're texting you nonstop, and the next they're ghosting you or leaving you unseen. It's frustrating and can leave you wondering where you stand. Maybe they've hinted at having feelings for you but are too afraid to act on them or are uncomfortable with confrontation. But here's the thing, you deserve someone who values your feelings and treats you with respect. Don't settle for someone who takes the easy way out and leaves you in the dark. It's time to put yourself first and find someone who is willing to communicate openly and honestly with you. Number 3. The taker. Is your crush taking advantage of your kind heart and asking for favors without ever reciprocating? If you suspect they know you have feelings for them, they might be using it to their advantage by requesting more favors, and even making empty promises to return the favor. If this is a familiar pattern for you, it's time to break the cycle and consider taking a break from relationships for a while. Don't worry, you're not alone in this struggle, and seeking therapy could also be a great option to help you recognize and avoid these toxic patterns. Remember, you deserve someone who values you and treats you with the same kindness you show to them. Number 2. The cheater. Are you wondering if your crush is a cheater based on what others have told you, especially their exes? Well, it's worth noting that cheating in past relationships is a strong predictor of future infidelity. In fact, a study published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior found that those who cheat on a partner are 3 times more likely to do it again in their next relationship compared to those who have never cheated. It's important to keep in mind that habitual cheating is a red flag, and it's likely indicative of deeper conflicts with commitments that your crush needs to work on before pursuing a successful relationship. You deserve someone who is respectful and values the terms of your relationship. So, be cautious and consider whether this is someone you want to invest your time and emotions in. Number 1. The isolator. Are you head over heels for someone who's always trying to change your plans and isolate you from your loved ones? Don't ignore the warning signs. Being in a relationship with an isolator can lead to psychological abuse and harm your well-being. If your crush is controlling and demanding about who you talk to or what you do, it's time to cut ties and move on. Sure, it may be tough to let go of your feelings, but sometimes it's the best thing you can do for yourself. After all, when your crush doesn't reciprocate your feelings or shows red flags like emotional immaturity or controlling behavior, it's a recipe for disaster. Falling in love should be exciting and fulfilling, not destructive. So, don't be afraid to prioritize your own health and happiness and walk away from a toxic relationship. Have you noticed these signs in your crush or someone you know? It's important to recognize the warning signs and not ignore them, as falling for someone who's emotionally unavailable, manipulative, or controlling can lead to a lot of heartache and damage. If you find this helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.